Hey everybody, it's Molly, Senior Executive Unit Leader with Avon. I'm coming to you today not for a motivational video, but more so because I told you guys that I was going to take you along for the journey in writing my chapter and being a co-author in A View from the Top Part 2. I'm so excited about this. Well, let me be honest. I'm really excited about this, but I am really a little bit panicky about this too. Number one, y'all know how long-winded I am, right? So, they keep us to so many words, and, they want to know our story, but they also want to know things that we've done within our business that have really helped us, because, of course, that's what we want this to do. We want it to inspire. But short of inspiring, we also want to hope that these chapters help you, because you've heard me say many times, if we have 250 senior executives, that means there's 250 different ways to get there. Some of us have had some of the same practices about, how we started and how we got customers and how we got new recruits and new team members on board. If you don't have the first one, if you don't have part one, A View from the Top part 1, you really need to contact one of the authors, one of the seniors who are in this book. Gosh, there's so many of them, but I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Of course, Lisa Wilbur, and then you have Teresa Paul, and you have Stephanie Marksam, and you have the Bledsoes, you have Susan Hamill, you have Miss Pat Putzer. She is in there too. There are just so many that I have to be quite honest. I mean, Angelica Gee, my book, and I have a copy from so many of them. Not all of them, because I'm a baby senior and I didn't have all that money. But I have a book from a lot of them. And they're all signed and autographed, so I couldn't possibly give them to my team members, because they were to me and I want to keep them. But Teresa Paul's is the one that I keep with me all the time, that I go back and I look and I keep my highlighter and I highlight in that book things that have really touched me, or things that I'm like, oh man, I got to remember that, or I want to make sure I engage my team with this idea. And I have to tell you, when I was just reading the book, I was so excited when I was reading the first book, because in all honesty, I don't think I ever thought that I would be in one of the books, because, I'm the type of person who I feel like you kind of got to pay your dues, and, I've just been a senior a year, and even though I have 9 years of experience with Avon, some of these ladies that are in this book, I mean, they rock. I mean, I think about Rhonda Voss and her daughter Carla are in this, and and there are just so many people that I just look up to immensely who are in these books, and some of them are my friends, and some of them I haven't really met yet, but I feel like I know them. But I catch ideas from these people, and try to use them in my own business and pass them on to my team. So what I'm saying is that, when I reached out to all of you guys and said, I don't know if I want to do this, because, I have to invest in this. I have to invest in myself, because all the authors, you basically pay for your books and what's being done up front. So I would have to invest money into myself, and it wasn't a small amount of money. Didn't really feel like I was going to have it, and thought maybe that was my way out. And then I had an investor come forward who said, Molly, we believe in you, and we believe that you can not only sell 300 books, we predict that you will sell more than 300 books. And that just, that meant a lot coming from who it is, and they choose to remain anonymous, which is fine. But I have to tell you that that this whole thing is a little bit overwhelming. I can remember when I said something to Lisa Wilbur about it being an honor to be in the book, and she says, no, this isn't about honor. This is, about getting your name out there. This is about validation for what you've done becoming, a senior executive in Avon, and this is going to help you in your career. This is something that you can put, that you have, that, hey, I co-authored a book with all these other really great senior executives in Avon, and that is kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, it is kind of cool. So, but I told you guys were going to walk through the journey with me because you were part of what made me want to do this, and I can tell you that I am already panicking about this. The cutoff, the deadline of when I'm supposed to have everything written to submit to them is June 22nd. Now, you all know that I leave for Hawaii June the 20th. So, we have to do a bio of ourselves and tell our story and share things. And, and for me, I guess that even though I share with you guys every other Friday night and I do the videos for you, you just hope that that I'm putting enough in there that is going to have a sort of impact on anybody who reads the chapter. That one, they can see my passion for what I do, that they can see that, I am the type of person that if I can do what I've done, anybody can do it, because there certainly is nothing special about me. I'm a little bit panicky because what I am having to do at this point is I am having to revisit some things in my life that y'all think you know everything about me, but you really don't. And, when you revisit those things, in essence, it's a little bit like therapy. So I'm a little bit scared to go back and think about all that stuff because some of it I just kind of leave it, where it belongs in the past. But I know I have to reach in and I have to dig deep because those are some of the things you don't know, I realize can absolutely, there goes my phone, can you believe that? Listen to my phone going off like that this late at night. So these are definitely just things that I'm not probably going to need you guys to cheer me on. You know what? I feel like half of what I do is cheering you all on. Go Team Onward or go Avon Peeps, being so excited about what you all are doing. And I think I'm pretty much going to need my friends, my Avon friends, through all this because it's not always easy when you're trying to be honest. And when I think about that, it scares me, chokes me up a little bit because there's, things recently that, that I've even shared with Lee, who he didn't know. And he is like, they need to know that. And he said, there's a lot of women out there who probably feel the same way you do, so you need to share it. So, so this is going to be, I think, something that is going to be therapy for me. Deadlines, daggone. We talked about goals and we talked about, it's just like a deadline in essence. But I guess scared that I'm not going to do it right, that it's not going to be enough, whatever it may be. But we had our first call last week, actually. May have even been the week before, but with the publisher, Katerina, who is absolutely cool. Love her, already love her. And where they were, submitting the format that we have to do the bio and the words and how many words and this and that. And, then of course I'm following one of my friends, one of the people who are going to be in the book, Paula Weatherby. And I got to tell you, it's funny because, Paula is saying, oh my gosh, I've got this many words and it's over this, and she makes the statement, now what's Molly Stone Bibb going to do? And I'm thinking, no kidding, I know, because what do you leave out? What do you leave in? But I figure that's probably going to be part of what they do. So let's see if I can follow the deadline of June 22nd, turning all this in. My husband is on me every day. He's like, babe, have you started? Babe, have you even thought about what you're going to do? Babe, what are you going to talk about? And, I look at him and I'm like, no, I haven't. So, he's kind of let me alone about it, and he said the other day, you told everybody you were going to blog about this. So here I am, blogging about it. Not a whole lot has happened at this point, but, I feel like this probably wouldn't have been done without you guys. And, showing your faith in me, that you would gladly want to buy the book. And I am hoping that, with that, anybody, we're looking to put some deals together, maybe the Dreams Made Real CD to package that with it. But mostly this, sharing with you, and trying to be as honest as I can about something new, and kind of stepping out of your comfort zone. And this is a huge stepping out of my comfort zone here. I used to always kid and say, when I get really big in Avon, I'm going to have to write a book about my life, because nobody would believe everything about my life. And if I sent it to Oprah, she would come out of retirement. And she would definitely say, I want to make sure that I make this the Book of the Month Club, and I want to interview Molly Stone Bibb. And the crazy thing about it, she probably would come out of retirement if she read everything. So, so this has been something that is absolutely kind of hard for me, but it's weird because I'm excited about it at the same time, not stepping out of my comfort zone, but I think this is going to be a good thing. And this, I tell you, the reason I'm sharing part of this with you too is, guys, you could be a part of something like this too. I mean, who knows if there'll be a part 3 or part 4, but those of you who keep telling me that you want to get your S on and you want to be a senior, and as you're going through your journey, and make sure that don't take everything and just tuck it away where you can't find it. Those kind of things, whether you're part of a chapter in a book or not, the things that happen to you that you go through in your life are the things that are going to help your team. They're going to help people that you bring into this business, because you're going to tell them what you've gone through. And you're going to be able to hand, you hope, your stars on your team of you from the top 1 and of you from the top 2. And I hope for a lot of you by then it'll be, I know Molly Stone Bibb. I've met her. I want you to read her story. Paula is in there. I want you to read Paula's story. I mean, I don't know everybody that is personally that is in this second book. But I got to tell you, the ones that I do know of are the ones that I have communicated with on Facebook. I am so excited. I am so honored to be part of this venture with them, because they all rock. They do. Because anybody who's gotten their S on, they rock really big. But some of them, because I know them and they're just so normal, you meet some people and you feel like, oh, they're not real. These people are real, man. It's like, look, I used to think Lisa Wilbur wasn't real, okay? Right? I used to think, oh my gosh, Lisa Wilbur, she's like one of the biggest seniors, in the United States, you feel like you want to walk on the ground that she walked on, the Avon Hollywood stars. And when I got to know Lisa ain't no different than the rest of us. You know what, Lisa kicks her shoes off, and she has bad days like everybody else. She's just been doing this stuff a lot longer and making a lot more money because she's, worked hard and made it a priority and makes a wonderful living now with this Avon business. So this is going to introduce you to a lot of the people that you're going to want to get to know, that you're going to want to know how do they do this thing every day. How do they stay focused? What happened when they wanted to quit, and how many times did they want to quit? So I say to you, This is, blog entry number 1, video blog actually. It has begun, and I am starting now to write. And you know what? Keep me in your prayers. As I'm going through this therapy session of mine. And start saving your money, because y'all promised me you're going to buy one of my books, okay? Because you said, oh yeah, Molly, I buy the book. Remember the poll I took on there? Don't make me bring it back up on the Onward group, okay? But yeah, we hope to sell books, and I have to tell you, I would love to be able to say that I sold all 300 of these books, and I had such an outpouring of people who wanted this book and who were willing to buy it from me, that I would sell another 300. I would love to sell 600 books instead of 300 books. And I have to tell you, that's my goal. That is my goal. I want to sell 600 books. 600 of A View from the Top, Part 2. That's what I want to do. So I hope you guys are going to be there to help make that happen, whether you're buying them for yourself or for yourself and your team. But I will be there autographing it, and I will be there, you know what, like I am now for you guys, whether you buy a book or not. You know what, this is what I do. This is the way that I give back to my Avon peeps and my team, is by sharing with you. So thank you for taking a few minutes and listening to me ramble a little bit about A View from the Top Part 2. And stay tuned, because as soon as I start writing this thing, you know what, we'll be doing another blog here probably before June, and letting you know how it's going, and let's see if I made the deadline, okay? So you guys take care, and you have a great evening. I hope your business is successful today, tomorrow, next week, and hope you guys are advancing title, growing your sales. That's what it's all about, okay? Love y'all. Talk to you later, and remember, onward, no matter what. Bye.